Right, I'm back after a little sojourn, a change of lifestyle, and stopped me recording for a little while, but here we are back, and it's the first trip of the year to the caravan, sort things out, ready for next weekend. The park opens its doors officially on the 6th, which is next Friday, so we're just going out there today to do a bit of sprucing up, take a few bits through. Just leaving Scunthorpe now. Nice bright day, a bit grim this morning, but it's a nice bright day now, so it makes for a busy half a day. Then we'll come home and get ready for Friday. Been busy reupholstering the sofas, etc. Decking will want a good swill off. I've got some snow foam this year to try and help me with that. Save paying 90 quid to get somebody else to do it. So here we go. Nice steady ride this morning. I'll go the old way, give Debs a chance to get there and get set up. Old Monty's gone with her. He was excited this morning. You're not going to get through there, mate. We'll go the old way today, a bit of a scenic route instead of going up through Brig. We're just on the Queensway now, and get up on Mortal Ash Hill, and we'll turn off at Scorby. Go the old way. Nice to put a few more videos on my channel now. The van's opening, and weather stays like this, the motorcycle will be getting out. Busy year. Lidl on the left there, that's always busy on a Sunday morning. It's not a bad little store actually, quite local, 2 minutes away from home. Steelworks in the front there. Did my stint on there, 32 years, so don't regret leaving at all. Lakeside to the right. Everybody's idea of fun except me. I'm not a shopping fan at all. Although I do a little part-time job for one of the large supermarkets. Doesn't still make you a fan of shopping. Yeah, Morrison's this chock-a-block. What would folks do now if they couldn't go shopping on a Sunday? It's a little thing of mine that I don't think shops should be open on a Sunday at all. You'll not stop the little corner shops, but the major supermarkets don't need to be that greedy now and to take up people's time on a Sunday. Trouble is, it's possibly now the only time that people can get to shop. But we managed when we didn't have Sunday morning shopping or Sunday shopping. You bought stuff in the week. Just going up the 18 now, up to Forest Pines. It's like there's been some rain in the night. Never known such a wet February, to be honest. Anyway, it is what it is, as they say. You just got to crack on and get on with it. Light traffic this morning. Is usually a bit more than this round about 10 o'clock, half 10. Just coming up 10:30 now. Should be at the van for just after 11 maybe. First of the caravans going out, look. He's either been to pick it up or he's having the weekend, just coming back from the weekend somewhere. Fair play. Of course, the weather plays a huge factor in things that people do, but you've got to try and not let it. There's always something you can do, you know. Fresh air, bit of a walk, all helps. It's the Forest Pines golf course to the left there. Been there quite a while now, must be coming up 25 years, something like that. Coming up to what we call Forest Pines roundabout. The wheel goes straight on, but if you used to go left you would go to Broughton. If you used to go right you could pick the A15 or the M180 east and west up, whichever. He couldn't wait. Hopefully I'll have a half decent video to put on just to get back into it now. Like I said, just had a little sabbatical from it for no fault of my own. Well, partly my own by a change of direction, but meant I've got to change the way that I record, and now the better weather's here, there'll be a lot more recordings from walking and the motorbike. This bloke here doing about 65, lovely. 65 in a 50, not bad, is it that? Get a bit of a wriggle on, that's what he thought. We're just coming into the little village of Scorby now, cracking little village. Nice and tidy, got a nice pub, eatery. Recent addition of a co-op, chip shop. Post office, I think. I still believe it's got its own post office. Clean the screen a bit. Shows up more when you're driving into the sun. A little bit of heat in the sun this morning, it should help dry the roads up a little bit. Sutton Arms on the right there, had many a nice meal in there, but don't tend to go out too much now, it's too expensive. You're looking at 15, 16, 17 pounds for just a main course, never mind if you have a starter and a pudding if you're making a night of it. It's got a little bit too expensive. It's more of a treat now than a norm, so we pick and choose now when we go out. Used to go out at least once a week, sometimes twice, but not now. Shocking prices. Slow down a bit because still in a 30 here. Where we leave the village, and the next one will be Hibblestow, another nice little a little village, again with a co-op, chip shop, Chinese, everything you need. Good walks down to the River Anco. Lots of new houses being built in all the villages, wherever you go now, because people are sick of town and city living, I think. You've got to be a certain kind of person to want to live in a big town or a huge city. Certainly not for me. I get the attraction. You know, everything's there. You can eat out. If you can afford it, that is. Lots of coffee shops, etc. But not for me. Over the old railway bridge now. The line's no longer used. Entering Hibblestow now, lots and lots of new houses have been built as we come up on the right. It's coming up now, it's a completely new estate. It used to be fields. A little bit of a small holding on there that ended up being run down, so somebody's bought the land, and as you can see, that's what that is now. Well, you won't be able to see with this camera, but yeah, huge, great detached houses there. No doubt over the next 10 or 15 years it'll sort of merge with Scorby. There isn't much the other way until you get to Redburn, which we'll go through shortly, but they don't seem to be extending that way at all. Take that motorhome away. The pub here, the Wheat Sheaf, supposed to do really nice food now, but again, prices through the roof. I think if you add up your food and a couple of drinks while you're out and a bit of fuel, you may be looking at £50 just to go out for a meal, just a main meal now. Shocking, really. Price of things, you can't blame the landlords and the landladies and the restaurants. The price of things is just astronomical, but I think they have I think they've put their own little bit on top as well, which they have to do to survive, but I don't know. Field there with 2 or 3 Shetland cows in. Hibblestow airfield to the left where they do the skydiving, and then if you go a bit further you hit the river. Just watch out for this cyclist. Wide berth. The next village is Redburn, an absolutely cracking village. I've got a friend that lives there, he loves it, Gary. Used to be a nice pub, the Red Lion, but it was taken over by somebody, and they changed it from a nice village pub into what they thought was a bit more of a fun pub. Ruined it, really. Again, mega expensive now. A lovely village setting. think it gave this weather out yesterday. It's supposed to be cloudy all day, but we'll take this anytime. There's a bit of a chilly wind, but so what? Put a jumper on there. Yeah, there's the pub. We're getting ready for Sunday lunches. Looks like there's a few people staying this weekend. It is a B&B as well. Nice to see all the daffodils and the snowdrops and the crocuses coming through. So that was Redburn over in a flash. And now we'll be heading to the next village of Waddingham. Another lovely little place. No pub this time, just a little corner shop. "10 degrees" it says in the car. 10 degrees, my God. I bet there'll be a few people today at the park, taking a few bits through, ready for next weekend. Crops are growing. God, there's been some rain though. Lots of the fields are flooded. The roads have even been flooded more this year because nobody cleans the culverts out that drain the roads into the dikes. It's started doing them down the A18 near Kroll, but round here they don't do it no more. There's no manpower to do it. Kept the culverts clear, the water would drain off. If they kept the dikes clear and running, the water would drain off. But farmers don't seem bothered nowadays. There used to be gangs of blokes cleaning dikes out during the autumn and winter, in between edge cutting and crop planting. Now they don't bother. Not all of them anyway. Some of them still do. I used to see men shoveling culverts out, and then there'd be a JCB tugging the ditch, all the shit out the ditches and that, keeping them running. Not now though. Well, they've done a little bit here, look, they've cleaned that dike out because the field's flooded. Waddingham. I was here the other day. Nice little house I delivered to, lovely lady. Like many people nowadays, working from home, which I don't tend to agree with, but it's the new norm, I think. Yeah, the little stream that runs through Waddingham looks well high. It's never that high hardly. It runs down the right here, then it crosses under the road and runs down Stonehouse Lane, I think they call it. Oh no, sorry, Stainton Avenue. Stonehouse Lane's in the other village. Yeah, the pub just on the corner there, that's closed down. It used to be called the Marquis of Granby. Village green with the stream running through it. heading out of Waddingham. Well, next little place we'll hit will be called Brandy Wharf, which is hardly a village. It's just a smattering of a few houses. The River Ancombe runs through it. There used to be a pub there called the Cider House, which is sadly closed now. Had its own orchard for pressing apples to make into cider, and did some nice meals, but again, gone by the wayside now. This road's absolutely horrendous. Give me much room, did he, matey boy, there? Flooded on that bend. The roads are dry here, look, almost. Slow down a bit because this road is really bumpy. Case in point there, you see the culverts are blocked because the verge is flooded, so it's not running away into the ditch. The ditches have overgrown, and then people wonder why they've got rainwater coming through onto the gardens and stuff. Simple act of bad maintenance, bad countryside practice. Pick my phone up. If it didn't, I think I did. What's in here? I don't think I picked it up. Yeah, I'm done. Oh dear, that's bad news there. Ooh, heck. Potholes. Yeah, this is what they call Brandy Wharf, just round the bend here. There'll be a set of traffic lights before the bridge. The entrance to the pub was just over the bridge on the right. You can walk both sides of the river, this side up to the pub from south, but you can't walk north. Stuck at the lights now. Yeah, that's the pub there, the white building. Oh, it used to be the pub. Not any longer. Crikey, the river's really high. In fact, it's broken its banks just there. It's the amount of rain we've had. The fields to the left are flooded. And to the right. Massive flooding here, look. Again, those fields would normally have had clay pipes running about 1 metre under the soil, 2 metres maybe, and they would have drained into the dikes. There's a stream at the side of the road there, they would have drained into there. But yet again, they've ploughed and ploughed and ploughed, so there's no